wondered how to reduce stress, improve health and well-being and have a happier, longer life? There have been many studies on the impacts of stress upon human health and quality of life. In today's story, we investigate how, through the humble plant, Brisbane residents could become healthier, happier and more productive. Staff and students at the University of Queensland's St Lucia campus answer some questions on stress.
Relatively, I try to handle my stress, but I know when I am unable to cope with things, so I guess, yes.
Only around exam time, I guess.
I think an overload with tasks, poor time management, which is generally the case. So yeah, that's when I get stressed.
Other people, job commitments.
I usually try to forget what I need to do, which is not the right, solution. Usually you need to, do it probably.
Relieving stress.
My family and I would take trips to the beach most weekends.
Yeah, I have started going out of the city, going to the beach, going for walks. Mount Cootha, great place. So yeah, these type of things I do.
There is much evidence to show that society in Western cultures is being adversely impacted more and more by stress. Surveys undertaken by the Australian Bureau of Statistics in 2013 found that Australians are primarily concerned with human relationships, a desire for good health, better living conditions and improved quality of life. But there are many things which can complicate achieving these goals. Australia's population has increased by over 3 million between 2002 and 2012. Affordable housing has regressed since 2004, and the level of home ownership has decreased steadily since 1995. Over the last decade, there has been an increase in the proportion of low-paid jobs. Add to these findings that the average time spent on recreation and social interactions has decreased since 1997, and 41% of Queenslanders often or always feel rushed and pressed for time. Feelings of not having enough time to do the things that are important to you can impact your overall health, well-being and relationships. According to a recent National Health Survey, 1 in 3 adults suffer from moderate to extreme stress, and 2007 data showed that around 15% of people felt their work and family responsibilities are rarely or never in balance. But imagine a greener, more peaceful, happier Brisbane. This could very well be within our grasp, as researchers at the University of Queensland are investigating ways that plants can improve quality of life. Studies are showing that green scents, or the smells released by growing green plants, have a calming effect on the part of the brain that deals with stress. Dr. Nick Levitas of the School of Biomedical Sciences has been investigating the impacts of scents from cut grass for the past 7 years. Nick talks to us about his research on green scents.
My research has uncovered that there are green chemicals that are released from plants such as leaves and grasses that have a calming and serene effect on humans and also animals. Published research from others have indicated that the green smells actually activate the olfactory bulb here, and that those signals are transmitted into the limbic system, which is round about here. And within the limbic system, the areas that are affected by the odor are the amygdala. The amygdala is involved with the flight or fight response when you're under a threatening situation, and the hippocampus, which is involved with the laying down of memory. Another area is the prefrontal cortex here, which is involved with reasoning. All these areas are affected by the green odor and induce a sense of serenity and calmness. The people that would greatly benefit from taking these green odors like Serenascent or Aerobalance are the ones that are under a threatening sort of environment. Threatening environments can come at work, at school, and also at the home. So all these people would end up suffering from such things as anxiety, depression, stress, lack of sleep, lack of concentration. So my advice to people is actually go out there and enjoy the greenery that's available around, especially on the weekend. Go out for walks if you're near national parks, go for a walk there, or even mow your lawn and receive the benefits of all these green chemicals for free. But when you can't go out there and enjoy all the goodness of the greenery and so on, and feel slightly stressed and so on, that's when you actually need to use Serena Scent or AeroBalance.
So plants and their scent allow the body to deal more effectively with stress through lower levels of cortisol and better immune function. With stronger immunity and a better bodily response to stress, we can expect to have longer lives while staying healthier and happier throughout. Much research has been going on in the area of improved quality of life, especially in relation to work. Professor Alex Haslam, also from the University of Queensland, but within the School of Psychology, has been investigating the impacts of vegetation within work environments upon health and productivity.
Well, this particular piece of research was looking really at office environments and changes to office environments and how much they impact on people's productivity, but also their well-being in the workplace. And the particular study that we're talking about today was looking at the impact of having plants in an office. The hypothesis for the research was that, and the question really was, what is the effect of these changes on the environment? And there were really two competing hypotheses that we were testing. One is that people would do better in lean environments that were stripped of all decoration, including plants, because there would be fewer distractions and people would just be able to get on with their work. And the other was that actually if you're in an environment with plants, that they would be more productive. So there's a kind of lean is good view and there's a green is good view. And our research, actually consistent with other studies that we'd done previously in the laboratory, showed that actually people performed and worked better and felt happier in those offices where they had plants around them. And that was it was a very consistent, a very reliable effect, and actually probably a much bigger effect than we were expecting. And actually the message I think that I would say to employers or people who are thinking about office decoration is firstly, construct environments which make people feel comfortable and at home, and which communicate that you care about them. And one way in which you can do that is through plants.
So if the use of green scents and utilising plants in offices and other indoor environments can improve mood, decrease stress, increase immune function and increase productivity, what other possibilities are there? In addition to these small-scale changes, more green spaces, community gardens and vegetation within and on top of buildings could see significant impacts upon the quality of life of all Brisbane residents. With ingenuity based upon scientific research, there is no reason why Brisbane couldn't become a greener, healthier and more productive place to live, work and study, a future hub for urban happiness. So whether it be a physiological effect or a psychological one, there's no doubt that plants create happier people and a better environment. A greener, happier Brisbane.